Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the podcast.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you all? How are you all tonight?
Average, I think.
Yeah.
Well, a bit above average.
Yeah, I'm pretty good tonight. It's nice weather now, so.
On,
Yes.
on tonight's topic, we're going to say, "You all right?"
Yeah. That's it. Yeah.
So, tonight we're going to talk a little bit about mediumship. Mingle a little bit in with meditation, and of course we have the expert, Mark.
The expert.
I'm pretty clued up on mediumship, as I've been doing it for a long while. Nick's really good at mediumship. The Italian isn't, but he's probably really good.
And I know nothing.
Meditation. He knows a lot about meditation as well. He's an expert at
Oh,
meditation.
no, it is an expert.
You are. You are the expert. Tonight, you're the expert. We can come to you with all our questions.
And Mark is
Oh, here
here.
and present.
Yes.
Free to run you back in the room.
Yeah, you hypnotised us to say that about you.
Well, you've been on some mediumship courses, haven't you, Mark?
Yeah, I went on Simon Goodfellow's courses, quite a few courses.
Bit of a plug there, Mark, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Bit of a plug, yeah, I like Simon.
Yeah.
He's good.
It must have been good if you've
Yeah.
Plugged him.
Yeah.
plugged him.
Plugged him.
Plugged him.
Have you plugged him?
Plugged him.
Behave, this is a family show.
Yeah.
Anything but a family show, isn't it?
Yeah.
So what kind of stuff did you learn there, Mark?
I learned, but I'm not any good.
No, but
No,
was it like subjects like psychometry or...
Yeah, it's pretty much everything. Psychometry and tarot and meditations, spirit guides.
Anything you can get a couple of quid out of you for.
Yeah. But yeah, it was because there was about, I don't know, 4 courses or maybe more. I can't remember now. It was a few years ago, but got a lot out of it. I was introduced to my spirit guides, which, up until that point I wasn't really. I suppose I was on the fence with regards to spirit guides. I sort of believe that these kind of things exist, but when I was introduced to my spirit guides, it was either a lot of your favourite words, synchronicities.
There you go, synchronicity.
It was quite surreal, actually.
So, is your spirit guide an Indian?
My developmental spirit guide is a Native American Indian.
Oh,
Okay.
that's a bit rare, isn't it, in the what's it world? Not many people have got them as spirit guides.
But
have they?
saying that, there was a. I sounded like what's that guy? Saying that, I'm getting a word.
Oh,
what's his name?
Clinton.
Yeah, Clinton Baptiste. He's
Yeah, he's
brilliant.
our
He
next
is.
guest.
Where was I? Yeah, I was in the room, the classroom. Well, it was just like a premiering room, conference room.
No, I thought
A bedroom.
on the bedroom.
A bedroom, a premier bedroom.
You really do some plugging,
I
weren't
think
you?
he was
There
at
was-
a
there was
different
probably-
course.
What? Must have been 12 of us, maybe 20. I can't remember. But I was the only one with a Native American developmental spirit guide.
Yeah, it's funny. We just what's it? I mean, obviously, if you believe yours is the Native American, when I used to practice through Nick and Dave, they taught me how to meditate and they taught me how to get started with mediumship and all that. But I didn't carry it on. But at first, I thought I had a spirit guide.
Yeah.
But then after that, I didn't think I had. So I have, as far as I'm concerned, I don't have a spirit guide. But we used to laugh and joke about people always saying they got a spirit guide and it's a native Indian with a big headdress on and stuff like that, which they did, didn't they?
Yeah,
a lot of people
yeah,
did, didn't they?
yeah.
You know.
But just to add, you said you haven't carried it on, but you do it quite often.
Yeah.
Pick things up.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
And, So you can't really say you haven't carried it on.
No.
Because I think you're quite good at it.
Yeah.
Not intentionally, I haven't practiced it
No.
or anything. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? That sort of thing.
Yeah. You must be a
But-
natural born one then.
Yeah. Yeah, there's many of us about, natural born ones, is there?
No.
They all are, aren't they?
I'm not a natural born
They all
medium.
are, aren't they? They all are.
I've trained with a few, and they were. I'm not going to name any names, but they were brand new to mediumship and experiencing things. When I sat in these circles with them, and then they learn, as we know, and then the international have been doing it all their lives,
Yeah.
and it just winds me up.
The oldest thing I did is when I as you know, I've been into all this for forever. And up until I started having anything to do with yourself and Dave, I was really anti-mediums and psychics. I thought it was all a crock of shit.
Yeah.
And let's face it, 90% of them are a crock of shit.
Yeah.
But I thought, no, you can't do anything like that until something actually happened to me.
Yeah.
I picked something up and realised I've no right knowing what I knew.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So I know for a fact that it can be done.
Yeah.
It's just a shame that most people that sell themselves out there are full of shit and
Yeah.
prey on the vulnerable. You know, and this is why it's got such a bad name. I watched this guy on YouTube, and he was talking about him the other day, and he just hates them, full stop. He says because they're all full of shit.
Yeah.
You know, and that's how that was the attitude I had before.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, it is a difficult one because it's a very emotional subject and it's a very taboo subject because it's all to do with people's bereavements and tapping into the vulnerable a lot of the time.
That's how it is, yeah.
And that's where a lot of these so-called mediums, they'll prey on, they know exactly what to do with it using the cold reading techniques and stuff.
Yeah, I think, and I'm not before anybody thinks I'm calling him fake, like Derek Okora, I think that he must have had something when he started, and then he got involved with all that television and stuff, and I think it's made him come out in a bad light.
Yeah, I was just going to say, Derek Okora, he was good, apart from when he was on Most Haunted, and then there's a lot of hearsay about the setting him up and stuff like that.
Which it would easily be you could easily do that.
Yeah.
Because no one is 100% bang on all the time, are they? I've seen hundreds, if not thousands, of different mediums, and some of them move bang on 80%, I'd say, and then the other bits they like give you homework or take that away with you. You don't understand it. It might come true, but
Yeah.
they're not 100%, are they?
No.
Well, I don't think they are, anyway.
Yeah. See, I was like that because obviously I train in like hypnosis, which involves language. It's a communication skill, and you sort of cover like politics talk because that's all hypnosis, or religious talk, you know, with the cults and stuff. And one of the other things is like cold reading about the PJ Barnum statements and stuff like that. What if you watch Derren Brown, he's a master of PJ Barnum, and it's like the mediums up until a few years ago, I just thought, oh, they're really good at using the language to convince you. I didn't think they were anything to do with talking to dead people or, you know, anything like that. And then I got back in touch with my cousin, who's a medium psychic, Jamie. And because, how we related is my stepdad is a dad's brother, and her dad split up from me, you know, his wife many years ago when I was about 12 years old, and that was the last time I saw Jamie. Jamie's about 5 years younger than me, and then it was around about 2008. We sort of, with social media things, we got in touch with each other, and I had my office in Burslem, and I said, "Oh, you'll have to pop around for a brew and stuff, and we'll have a good chat." Because when we were chatting on Messenger and stuff, we were like all into the paranormal and a lot of the other stuff, and she told me she was a psychic medium. And at first, when I was typing, it was like, you know, because obviously I dealt with a lot of mental health people.
So you thought she was mental?
Dealing
Is that what you're saying?
But it's like I have to have that sort of, because of being a psychotherapist, I've got that respect for somebody who's got like paranoid schizophrenia and stuff. I actually, you know, you sort of have to go onto their island, if that makes sense, because that's what they're experiencing as their reality. So a part of me was thinking maybe she's, you know, like inclined or whatever.
Baby reindeer.
But I still haven't watched that yet.
No, I'm sorry.
But yeah, so she come in my office one afternoon, and we were having a good chat, and I think I did a past life regression that day, and then she did me a mediumship reading. And the mediumship reading, a lot of it was, oh, you know, I could see some sort of glass jar of an angel or something, and I'm like, couldn't take anything. But there was one particular thing she said about, she described my house, and she's never been into my house. She says, you go through your door, then you have to go right into your living room, and obviously she could be describing a lot of people's houses.
Yeah.
Because it's sort of 50-50 whether you have to turn left or right, isn't it? But she described me layout, and she said about I've got two, she said me sinks in the corner, and I custom made my kitchen. I actually did it all myself because I was into DIY back then, and they actually made me sink because I was having French doors fitted in my kitchen and that. I had to sort of rearrange a lot of my stuff in a weird way, what wouldn't, you know, because the oven had to be away from the fridge and stuff like that. And so I got a really weird setup with me sinking in the corner. And she said, "You've got two washing machines, and there's a leakage on your kitchen floors." And I said, "Well, the two washing machines, I've got my washing machine and my dishwasher side by side, so that's what you get in there, boss. I've not got a leakage. I did all the parts myself, and I've worked in engineering and stuff, so I'm very meticulous with wiring and plumbing and stuff like that. Even though I'm not a professional on that kind of things, I always researched what you have to do and stuff. And so I sort of did all this, and she says it's something to do with a nose coming off your washer or something. It's like I can see a nose coming off, and it's causing like a flood in your kitchen. And I was like, no. I said I haven't had a flood in my kitchen at all. And then I forgot all about it. And then 3 days later, woke up, went downstairs in my kitchen, and the floor was flooded. And I thought, what on earth's gone on here? So
I reckon she nicked your key and
I was just going to say that. She broke in.
But what it was is I brought a new sink, and I put the sink in, and it's the part that comes factory fitted wasn't fitted properly.
Oh, so it wasn't you.
No,
So
somebody
it
else's.
wasn't me.
Yeah.
It wasn't his
was
great
the outlet
engineering
thing.
skills.
Yeah.
It was somebody else's fault.
Yeah, so that had obviously come. It was like an hose, an outlet hose,
Right.
and it flooded it. Well, it's not.
So she predicted it.
She predicted
So what
that
would
3
you call
days
that
before.
then? Psychic.
Well, is that like a coincidence? Because
Could be.
Do you have a problem with this? Predictions. I have a problem with it. Even though a lot of people believe in it.
But up until that point, because I bought that house in the 90s. I think it was 94. Yeah, 1994, and this was 2009. Never had a flood in my kitchen before.
But do you think if she hadn't mentioned it, that it wouldn't have happened?
Well, not really, because I'd already fitted the sink in a few days forward. It must have worked its way loose. Because it was only the you know, where you water drains.
Yeah.
It was the hose underneath there. So it was actually fitted, but it must have been on the last thread or something, last couple of threads. It wasn't. And that was the one thing I never checked, because it was just by the sink, you know. And that must have worked its way loose. It must have just been on its last thread. And then, obviously, when I looked under the sink, you know, when I was investigating it, the hose had actually just, it was off completely.
Yeah.
I would say that was more psychic than working on a psychic level more than it's not mediumship, is it? So I would say that was psychic.
Does she class herself as a psychic medium?
Well, I think she's everyone. All mediums are psychics,
but not all psychics
are mediums.
Yeah, but with my cousin, she can actually see and talk to like people that aren't here, as well as obviously the psychic stuff.
What? People that aren't here?
You know, dead people.
I don't know.
Ghosts.
I thought you meant just ring
Spirits.
somebody up.
Shouts.
Shouts down the road.
She
They're coming in.
She uses a mobile phone and phones for
that's
pizza, and pizza automatically gets
Can you hear me now?
But again, it was like the spirit guide stuff with Simon Goodfellow. We did a meditation first before he said like, we'll do a meditation, you'll get some images, and then I'll tell you the name of your spirit guide. Now, through my meditation, I was in like America with the mountains, and an Indian was on horseback coming towards me, and he looked a spitting image of me granddad on my mum's side, and
the Indian did.
Yeah. And it looked a spitting image of my granddad Frayne. And so I thought, oh, this is me, sort of, you know, I'm sort of associate. You know, it was like his twin brother, but with a Native American headgear and on a horseback and stuff. And when we come out of the meditation, we didn't actually speak. None of us spoke about the meditations. Simon went round each one of us, said, your spirit guide's name is such a person. When it got to me, he says, your spirit guide's name, Wolf Dancer.
Oh.
The old Wolf Dancer.
Whereas everybody else's spirit guide was named Heidi or Richard or, you know, Muhammad.
Did everybody have a spirit guide?
Yeah, everybody had it.
Do you think, this to both of you, do you think everybody's your spirit guide?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. Everybody who's got a spirit must have a spirit guide, I think.
And they say that you've always got one permanent one, but then you have a couple of different ones that come in different stages of your life. I used to think mine was an Indian because of his name.
Was it Patel?
And he used to come through saying, bloody.
And your favourite food's chicken Baltic?
No. No. But I got mine.
Might have to cut that.
Oh, dear. Anyway, no, I got the name of my spirit guide before I never got any images. So by his name, I always used to think that he was an Indian. Do you know what?
Yeah, it's a weird name, isn't it?
Yeah.
Geronimo.
No, his name is Quimby. And I got that name. And how I always... Because the only other Quimby I ever knew was Chief Quimby off Inspector Gadget.
Right, okay.
So, and obviously that's kind of how mediumship works. That's the only Quimby I knew. So,
is that how you pictured him?
So no, but with my human brain thinking of Chief Quimby, then chiefs are Indians.
Right, yeah, I'm with you.
So I always thought, although I never saw an image of him, I always used to think that he was an Indian until think it was until. Yeah, I actually did a spirit board while I was in Portugal, and he come through and told me his name. And my friend Kenny, who I was doing the spirit board with, he went away with all the information about the guy and found that the person that come through. And now he was quite, he was into religion and spiritualism and everything. He's got a place actually in America. There's kind of a museum named after him in America. And at the time, I messaged the place what's doing all the, like the centre, which has got all these museum bits in, and said, told him what had gone on, like, and he's my spirit guide and blah de blah de blah, and they sent me back, which they could do off an email as well, but I'm not sure whether they would do that. They actually told me where I was in Portugal and stuff, and they put me in touch with this woman who also speaks to him, channels him and stuff. So we had exchanged a few emails and
Yeah.
different things.
So how much tangible stuff were you able to find about Quimby? Did you know the year he was alive, for instance?
all that come through.
Yeah.
And I shouldn't be telling all this information.
I've seen a picture of him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Because when I've seen him, he's quite a weird looking dude. No, he is quite
Yeah.
weird looking. And he was a watchmaker,
Oh, right.
and I love watches. I haven't got loads. Like, I just used to have a few nice ones, but
Yeah.
I love watches. It's kind of, there's a lot of things that we both into, but I don't know if I'd call him a spirit guide, because he was alive at one point.
Yeah.
I don't know if I think that I am reincarnated of that person.
Yeah.
But then again, I speak to him as a spirit guide, but also I believe that I am reincarnated from him.
But was he still alive when you were born?
No.
Why did you say? Don't you believe a spirit guide could be a living person? Once a living person.
I'm up in the air. I don't know.
Do you think they're like an angel?
Spirit guides.
Yeah.
That's how I've always thought of them. I suppose it's just a habit to get out of thinking that that's the case, because I actually do think that Quimby is my spirit guide.
Yeah.
And he was living. I have a big book of what he's wrote. So,
do you think that somebody who, say, practices meditation and puts themselves out there, like astral projecting and stuff like that, do you think somebody living can actually be somebody else's spirit guide while they are still alive?
well, possible, isn't it? Because we've had these conversations before.
Yeah, we have, yeah.
Because you get all these Buddhist monks, like Shaolin priests and stuff like that, and that's all they do, isn't it? It's like everything is like dead sort of amazing. It's like they defy every sort of physical possibilities. If you watch like Shaolin monks, they do all this sort of meditation and praying, which is literally the same thing, really, isn't it? Praying and meditations are just it's like football and soccer, isn't it? And they do all this, and I'm just wondering whether people like that are actually somehow connecting with other living people as their spirit guides.
It's possible, isn't it?
And then when they die, they actually continue been spirit guides, not just for that person, but for...
Yeah, well, it's possible then. So do you think I could have been his?
Yeah,
Well, it's possible, because how would we know if we are actual spirit guides? And another question is, has anybody ever heard of anybody having a spirit guide who's, say, a postman?
See, how I was told about it is that spirit guides would never come through as like a tramp or somebody like that. I'm now gone a bit down the chain from a postman, but
Yeah.
you scum postman.
No, but if you was in meditation and a postman come through to you, would you listen to him? That's what I was always taught. They come through as something that we hold as special, like how many people are Cleopatra and all that kind of reincarnated Cleopatra, and they're obviously not.
No.
But would you listen to somebody if they were Pete the postman from just down the road who you thought was an idiot all his life? Or whatever? You know what I mean? You're not.
Yeah.
Are you going to listen to any of his advice? But if a spirit of an Indian come through with a big headdress, you're more likely to listen to him than if it was.
Unless he was standing with a construction worker, a police officer, and doing the YMCA.
I was just going to say the YMCA dance.
Would you listen to Trampy Keith from down there?
But a lot of spirit guides I've come across, especially in the pagan world, a lot of spirit guides have got, witches and stuff who were burnt at stakes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if I'd got a witch come through to me, I'd listen to the witch rather than
Definitely.
Postman Pete.
But at the time, like in the I don't know, 16th century, was it, when the witch finders and stuff like that, they treated witches like the lowest of the low, didn't they? Because people were scared of the intelligence that they had.
Yeah, but we don't know. That's what I'm saying.
Well, it
depends who you are, I suppose. In our circles, do we put witches up there in the same category as an Indian with an headdress on?
Yeah,
because they were soothsayers or whatever. They were
wise women, weren't they?
Yeah,
that's what they were. They were wise women.
So you're going to listen to them. That's why they would come through, I would say.
But what about saying 400 years time, a bus driver or
we've got nothing now, mate. We've got nothing. Rishi Sunak's going to come through to you.
Oh
God, imagine that. Or Boris Johnson.
There's nothing now. There isn't, is there? It's like everything that's taught now, and you're doing the work of like something special.
Yeah.
It was years ago. There's nobody now doing spiritual wise. I'm on about now.
Yeah.
Doing anything magnificent, is there?
Not really. Apart from the guy with the big beard off. Or he does
Sadhguru.
Yeah,
he's good.
Yeah.
But he is only a guru, isn't he? He doesn't claim to be anything else. He just teaches. And he's never read a scripture.
Yeah.
It's only what he's heard off other people.
Down, aren't they?
Yeah, he's never read anything. He's never read the Vedas. He's never read the Bhagavad Gita. He's never read anything like that.
Yeah, so there's them people. But you're right. Who could you say? Everything. That's just not just with people though. That's with absolutely everything. What have we got? What do we make now? We don't make anything that's going to last.
Yeah.
Nothing made. There's nobody who would say special. I don't know. So is would Elon Musk? Because I know people love. I used to really like Elon, but I think he knows. He knows what's going on, and I don't think he's telling us the truth.
Yeah, or are we not ready for hearing the truth?
And he talks about space, mate, so we're talking.
See, when I first started, Nick will know this, I thought my spirit guide was my sister.
Yeah.
My sister only lived for a couple of weeks.
Right.
About 2 or 3 weeks, and she died when I was 5. And I was convinced he was here. I always feel as though she's with me.
Yeah.
And I always thought this could be my spirit guide, but then I thought, I don't know what a spirit guide is really. So, and
yeah, I'm the same with a brother that died.
Yeah.
My mum had a miscarriage or whatever. But my mum's into all like the psychic stuff, spiritual stuff, and she'll go spiritual church, not religiously or anything like that, just as sort of a night out, like like bingo, whatever. And she had a medium that went to her. She says, "Oh, there's a little lad in spirit," and she actually gave him a name and stuff. Now, I wasn't told this at the time, but when I was about 18, I think it would be, a group of friends, we used to do what 18-year-olds do, getting Ouija boards out and stuff like that. And we were in my mate's house, is it Warrington or Warrington?
you still do that?
Yeah, I still do that. But we went to mate Fozz's house and up Warrington, and they had, the toy ones, the toy Ouija boards, the Waddingtons ones, like a pink one.
Right.
Pink plastic.
You had a pink one?
A pink plastic, because it was not Fozz's, it was his girlfriend's at the time. And and it was about 8, 9 of us. Now, I was just sitting on the sofa, like, with a can of beer and stuff, and there was about 4 people on the Ouija board. And they were doing the Ouija board, and they were saying, like, have you got a message for anybody in here? And the planchard pointed at me, and like in my direction, and somebody said, have you got a message for Mark? And it went on to yes. And then he started writing all this thing, and he says, like, wrote out Christopher, and he says, "I am your brother." And obviously I hadn't a clue about this, so I couldn't get anything of it. And then the following, I don't know whether it was the following day or a few days later, or maybe even weeks or months later, I was just having a conversation with my mum. And because my mum was into all the, I used to do Ouija boards with my nana as well, my mum's mum. And I said, like, something, I wasn't on the Ouija board, but I said, said they pass a message on. And he says, well, "Christopher, I am your brother." And my mum burst out crying. Says, "That's your brother." Says, he had a miscarriage and went to the medium. The medium said, his name's Christopher in the other world. Because my mum didn't even know he was a boy at the time.
Yeah.
She just knew she had a miscarriage. And the medium says it's a boy and it's named Christopher. Now, I didn't know any of that. Plus, I wasn't on the board. I was just on the sofa with a can of beer or a bottle of beer or whatever. And I didn't know anything till that, it's like things like that it's got no sort of explanation. It can't be a coincidence. How much of a coincidence does that have to be?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And obviously, you said about your sister, it's like, there's obviously certain synchronicities or coincidences or whatever for you to believe that. Have you felt that, or you got like a feminine smell or something? You felt a presence?
I feel a presence. So, but what I find strange is because she was obviously only a baby, but I feel as though when I have meditated, and she has come forward when I meditated,
yeah,
she's grown up with me.
Yeah.
So she is a 49-year-old person now.
Yeah.
Well, a spirit, she's kind of grown up. Which is weird.
Well, that could be just for you.
Just for me, for how I vision it.
Yeah. And I think it's the same with Christopher. Like, I think he's grown. I don't think he was, because obviously, when you have a miscarriage or whatever, they aren't even a day old, are they?
No.
So this is like, when he did that, he was probably about 15-year-old, or well, he'd be a bit younger, probably about 10.
It's weird, isn't it?
And I think this is why all three of us are into it. Not just the ghosts, but the cryptids and the crop circles, and it's like it's all this unknown stuff, all these synchronicities, the Mandela effects and deja vus and stuff. It's like everything that we can't explain.
He just named about 5 different podcasts we can do there. See, that was some good. We say, what shall we talk about?
We haven't
he
got
didn't say any of them, did he? Didn't mention any of them at all.
But yeah, no, it's just. I think. Do you think it's like the fact that it can't be explained?
I don't know. I don't know if any of it is ever supposed to be explained, Mark.
Yeah.
It's just so hard to.
But why
I think if it was, we wouldn't be still doing it.
Yeah, why do you think that people like us and paranormal investigators and ufologists and stuff like that, why do you think if we can never get that photograph or that,
And we never will.
No, I don't think we ever will.
I think we may get one of a UFO, whether it's an alien craft or whatever. There has been photos out there,
Yeah.
but I don't think. I did a video. I did a video for post, and I've still got it somewhere. And I was describing what I saw it. What's it called? In Swanleycote, Greasley Oldhall, Gresley Oldhall. And what I saw was just unbelievable. But we were filming it with night vision, we were filming it with normal, we were filming it with the flare. We tried to take a photo and nothing got caught on camera. So as far as I'm concerned, I don't think we will ever capture a spirit on film.
No.
Probably right.
I don't think we will. That's just my personal. I mean, there's people out there that are convinced they have.
Yeah,
What,
but it was like the Grizzly Hall one. I was filming with me thermal, and none of the data, apart from when we were in the mess room, none of that data had actually.
I just don't. I have no doubt what I saw.
Yeah.
Even though nobody else did, which is a bit shit as well. But I've no doubt that spirits exist, but I just don't think we'll ever catch one on a film.
No. And that's why I always say it's personal, because I used to see orbs, like not the dust orbs that you see in the pictures, like bright white, bright red, blue, green, RGB really. I think it was Jamie that said to me, "Do you think your eyes are playing up?" But I do think my eyes could have been playing up, but why were they playing up? Why did they just play up at them certain times? And the things that I get make sense. I don't see them anymore, so my eyes must have got better.
Well, I mean, you got the extra rod or something, or
you got the cones in your eyes,
cones,
which is RGB, basically work like a television.
Yeah.
So if they are being intercepted or messed with, because nobody else could see these lights, they were like laser pointer lights, so they were bright. So if they were actually in the room, everyone would have seen them, but nobody else saw them apart from me.
Yeah, but it's like if you're colourblind, you've got something wrong with that cone, is it? And you can only see a tenth of the colours of what normal people can see. And I read something about the one what you're on about, by having an extra one, you can actually see 10 times more different colours than like a normal person.
Yeah, but I get what you're saying, but
did you stop using it after a bit?
No, it just changed. Which they said, like when I used to sit in all the circles, like the church circles, and there was a really good guy who went and did a few courses with Darren Britton. He does all the SNU church stuff. He was really good, and he said to me, he says, "Oh, you how you work as a medium will change, and we'll try some of that out on the day." And then I was actually sitting, giving someone a reading, and he come over and stood right next to me, and I said, and he says, because I'd stopped because I couldn't work out what was going on, because I was giving this woman a reading, and I could taste blood in my mouth, and I'd never had any taste before. So I was sitting there, and I got this blood taste in my mouth. I thought my mouth was bleeding or something, because it was really strong. And he says, "Is everything all right?" I said, "Not really. I don't understand what I'm getting." He says, and I didn't say anything. He says, "You got the taste of blood in your mouth, and that's because you've got aren't you had whatever it was where you cough up blood. I don't know what that is.
TB or something.
Yeah, I don't think it was quite TB, but it was something where you cough up blood." And he says, "That's what you're getting." And since then, I could taste things where I couldn't taste things before. And I'm not 100% sure if that's when the light stopped, but it kind of took me through different things, like you smell things and you taste things, and you kind of go through periods where you've got so long at giving readings from taste, or you've got so long giving from smell. So at the end of it, you can bring them all together and you can do a reading, if you carry it on, which I was on and off all the time.
Yeah.
They blew me away. They did the first time I smelt something through meditation, and I always used to finish off my meditation. I used to do like a guided one. I used to follow the same path all the time, and the first smell I ever had was walking through on a path, and there was a load of wild flowers, and I touched them with my hand, and I could smell the flowers. But I always used to finish off sat on top of an hill, looking at the sun, and the first time I could feel the sun on my face was mental.
Yeah.
Honestly, it just got to me. It was nuts.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
It was.
But there's, what's his name? Bruce Goldberg. He actually does things with like what is it? It's like a form of hypnotherapy, isn't it? Where he goes and he takes you to sitting on a beach and you can feel the sun. And
Yeah.
And he's brought people back and they've ended up with suntans.
Yeah,
and stuff
I've
like
heard that. Yeah. I've never done that. I've never had a suntan through meditation, but I have felt, you know.
I remember my first hypnosis experience. It was early 90s, but these cassette tapes, like for hypnosis for stress management. It was on one of these mail order catalogues that we used to get in the early 90s, and I sent off for them. It used to take about a month to get things like that come back. And I remember I was working a split shift and got home about 11 o'clock in the morning, and I got didn't have to go work till about 3 o'clock, and the postman had already delivered the tapes, and I thought, I was reading the back of them and stuff. You need to sort of lie down or sit in a comfortable spot and stuff. And the house was empty at the time, and so I thought, I'll go bed, listen to this hypnosis, get me Walkman, cassette Walkman, and put my headphones on, lay down on the bed, press play, and it was the most amazing experience. It was like I was actually out in the world, sort of flying with the clouds and stuff, but I could actually, again, you could feel the sun and the breeze and stuff, and it was as if I was actually really there and stuff.
Yeah. I've gone through all that through meditation, flying over mountains and stuff like that.
So, just a stupid thought, right? If he's saying that he's doing meditations and hypnosis and putting people on beaches and coming back with suntans, do you think if I sit there and if I sit there and do like a meditation of a 10-mile run, that I'll come back thin?
Knackered.
Well, that'll be my watch. My knees will be gone.
Well, because
Twisted ankle, blisters.
this has actually been proven in the sports hypnosis field.
Off my feet, I'll be fat as ever.
They've actually done test study, I think it's in America, whereas they got these amateur, I don't know whether they're basketball players or something, and they got like, say 50 of each. They got this group of 50, they had them physically playing for a month, learning different techniques. And this group of 50 didn't have any physical playing. They just had them going in hypnosis and sort of practicing it in the mind. And they teamed up after a month, whatever, and it was like Team B that were miles better than Team A.
Right.
So it's like the practicing of in the mind. They used to call it positive mental attitudes and stuff like that, PMAs in the late
Going for a run in
80s.
the morning then.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Then, yeah.
Well, that's the thing, isn't it? Because you
Why are you still in bed?
every thought creates a physical reaction. So it's like if I said to you, you know, like imagine that you're drinking your favourite drink, and the more you imagine it, the more you actually salivate. And your salivation is something that you can't consciously control. So if you can control your salivation, you're doing it on a subconscious level, or unconscious level, should I say?
Yeah. Is that what Roy Castle always used to bang on about? Salivation.
Salivation.
Is that what it is? Was it Roy Castle?
Dedication.
Yeah, dedication. Record breakers.
Yeah.
Oh, that's it. Anyway, it's been emotional.
Yeah, it has. We could go on and on and on, but we can't.
Just say that's quick.
Yeah, we're going camping.
Yeah.
We're camping for the night. Yeah, we're going out in the camper vans for the night. So we'll leave it to that. And I think the next podcast ought to carry on this, I think. Because there's loads we can do. We haven't really covered much meditation and...
Or even much hypnosis stuff,
No,
really.
no, hypnosis, we'll get into all that.
Or mediumship, which are the only three.
So we'll leave it there, for this one.
I'm going to be thin next time I come back.
Yeah.
You watch and see.
You meditate.
I'm meditating.
I'm not eating.
I'm still going to eat. I'm just going to do running.
Okay.
Running. I'm going to running. I'm going to run past Dean.
Yeah.
I'm going to lap him.
I was just going to say about Dean.
I'm going to lap him
Yeah.
while he's on the floor with his bloody gravelled up knees.
Make sure you're in you change your diet to carnivore, so it's like the opposite of Dean.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's it then.
Yeah. Goodbye.
It's been spiritual.
Yeah. Thank you for coming.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye-bye.